All right, welcome. Sometimes in writing, you hit these glitches, these little bugs that can make even a great idea feel kind of clunky or broken. Well, today we're going to be digital detectives. We're going to hunt down and fix two of the absolute most common, most frustrating errors out there. Ready? Let's get into it.
Okay, so take a look at this sentence. Just read it out loud. The dog barked loudly, the cat hissed in response. It feels a little breathless, doesn't it? Something's definitely off. The two ideas just crash into each other. So what do you think is actually missing here? Let's figure it out. To debug any problem, you first have to understand the code it's written in. And for sentences, that fundamental building block is something we call an independent clause. This idea right here, it is the key to everything we're going to talk about today. So what the heck is an independent clause? It's actually pretty simple. It just needs two essential parts. A subject, so who or what is doing the thing, and a verb, the action itself. You put them together, and if it makes sense all by itself as a complete thought, boom, you've got an independent clause.
For instance, she walked the dog, we've got a subject, she, a verb, walked, and the whole thing is a complete thought. Easy enough, right? Or what about this one? The sun was shining. Yep, another perfect, self-contained idea. It doesn't need anything else to make sense.
One more for good measure. He loves to read. You see the pattern here? These are the solid, stable building blocks of our language, and we need to get comfortable with them before we can see how things get, well, tangled up.
Okay, so now that we know what a proper building block looks like, let's meet the two villains of our story. These are the bugs that pop up when we try to connect these independent clauses the wrong way. So let's meet our two main culprits. On one side, you've got the run-on sentence. This is basically a full-on collision. It's two complete ideas just, bam, smashed together with zero punctuation to separate them. Then you have its sneaky cousin, the comma splice. This one looks like it's trying to be correct, right? It uses a comma. But here's the thing. A comma by itself just isn't strong enough to join two complete sentences. It's like trying to hold a bookshelf together with a piece of tape. It's just not going to work.
But here is the really good news. Even though we're dealing with two different errors, we have one simple four-part toolkit that can fix both of them. Seriously, once you master these four tools, you'll be able to debug these sentence glitches every single time.
Here it is, your toolkit. First up, the period. It's the simplest, cleanest break you can make. Second, the semicolon, which is perfect for linking two ideas that are super closely related. Third, a comma paired with a connecting word, like and, but, or so. And fourth, a semicolon plus a transition word, like however or therefore, if you want to create a more sophisticated connection. Let's see how they actually work. Remember our first glitch? The dog barked loudly. The cat hissed in response. It's a classic run-on. Two complete thoughts just colliding. So here's our first and simplest fix. Just use a period. Look at that. It creates a clean break, giving each idea its own sentence, its own space to breathe. It's decisive, it's clear, and it works perfectly. Now for our comma splice. He ran quickly. He was trying to catch the bus. That little comma is trying its best, but it just can't hold these two complete thoughts together all by itself. So let's pull out tool number 2, the semicolon. He ran quickly. He was trying to catch the bus. See how nicely that works? The semicolon is perfect here because the two ideas are so closely related. It's kind of like a soft period. It tells your reader, hey, these two thoughts are connected. Don't separate them too far in your mind. It creates a really nice, sophisticated flow. Okay, let's head back to our animal standoff. We already fixed it with a period, but what if we want to change the rhythm a bit? What if we want to show that these actions are happening right after one another in one connected sequence? Well, this is where tool number 3 comes in, the comma plus a conjunction. Here, we use and. The comma gives you a tiny pause, and then the word and builds this nice little bridge connecting the two actions. It creates a much smoother narrative flow. It feels like one event is leading directly into the next. All right, back to our guy running for the bus. We've seen a couple of fixes already, but let's try our fourth and most advanced tool to add a little more logical flavor to it. And now for our fourth tool. This one's a bit more advanced. The semicolon plus a special transition word. Now look at the example here. He ran quickly. Consequently, he was trying to catch the bus. Wait a minute. Let's think about that. Consequently means as a result of. Is trying to catch the bus the results of running quickly? Not really. It's the reason, right? See, this is actually a perfect example of how important this tool is.
A much better fit would be something like, he missed his alarm, consequently, he had to run for the bus. Now that makes sense. It shows you've got to pick the exact right word to build the right logical bridge between your ideas. It's a powerful little tool. Okay, you've seen the bugs and you've got the toolkit. So now it's your turn to be the detective. Let's run a quick diagnostic on a couple of sentences.
Take a look at this one. The sun was setting, it painted the sky in brilliant colors. What's your diagnosis? Is it correct, a run-on, or a comma splice? Go on, I'll give you a second. If you said run-on, you are absolutely right. It's two independent clauses just fused together. And here's one possible fix using our trusty semicolon. See how it links the sunset directly to the colors it's creating? It makes it one seamless, really beautiful image. Okay, one more. My friend likes to sing, I prefer to play the guitar. What's the call on this one? Pay close attention to that little comma right there in the middle. And that is a classic comma splice. That comma just can't do the job alone. A fantastic fix here is to add the conjunction but, which elegantly highlights the contrast between singing and playing guitar. It's not just correct, it's so much clearer, and it just sounds better.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Fixing these glitches isn't just about following rules in a textbook. It's about making your ideas sharp and clear and powerful. Every period, every comma, every semicolon, it's a tool that helps you fine-tune your voice on the page. It controls the rhythm, the flow, and the impact of what you're trying to say. So the real question is, how are you going to use them to make sure you're heard?